The first issue of Forbes magazine was published on September 15, 1917. Today marks 100 days until the magazine's 100th anniversary. To celebrate the upcoming centennial issue, Forbes is featuring some of its favorite covers and stories. They focus on innovation and entrepreneurs. Randall Lane, the editor of Forbes magazine, joins us here at the table. Good morning.
Good morning.
Has the mission of Forbes remained the same over 100 years?
What's fun is the mission has remained the same for 100 years. Forbes was the first magazine ever to treat people and entrepreneurs as the people driving businesses. Of course, there's no such thing as a business running itself. It's people running businesses, and we've always been about the people running businesses. What has changed is who's running the businesses. We're seeing entrepreneurship. I mean, people coming out of college today, they don't want to go work up the corporate ladder. They want to start a business. They want to be an entrepreneur. And we see that. We see more women. We see younger entrepreneurs. We see people of color. We're seeing all of America want to embrace that Forbes mission.
It's kind of nice, though, Randall, to take a look back at what it tells us about our history and who we are. Starting with a cover story from 1989 that focuses on the Soviet Union's interest in computing back then.
We had the Comey hearings 28 years before the Comey hearings, where it was a cover story looking at all these Russians were getting interested in computers. Just when the Soviet, it wasn't even Russians, it was the Soviets back then. And it was a cover story on their interest in that there's something here. And we actually talked about hacking 28 years ago, Russian hacking. So, you know, you can see history all the way through.
Did Forbes survive for 100 years because it focused on personalities, it focused on people?
People want to read about people, and anybody who's ever run a business knows that there's no such thing as a machine making decisions. People are making decisions, and when you look at business as a collective of decisions and about people making a difference and changing. I mean, in the very first Forbes, the idea is business was not organized to pile up millions. It was organized to create happiness, to solve problems.
And business leaders became celebrities like Steve Jobs and others.
Absolutely.
I love how a cover, too, tells us history, right? 1945, soldiers raising the Iwo Jima flag during World War II.
And Forbes turned the whole cover into basically an ad for war bonds. I mean, that's when you saw the whole country coming together to the point where, and it was not paid, Forbes put a free ad on the cover basically to support the war effort different times.
Not many publications make it to their 100th year anniversary. There's a graveyard magazine.
We look pretty good, right?
Yeah, you look really good, really good. Why do you think you guys have survived when others haven't?
It really is. In some ways, I think we've executed well, but really it's, the world has come to us where it's not about corporations and it's not about numbers, it's about people. And we've always been about the people. And right now we're in an era where anybody, you can be 22 years old and have an idea and you can execute it, and that's what we've always been about.
But businesses like you do a lot of conferences too, a place to bring people together.
Absolutely right.
Network.
And it's become a community. I mean, we look at our under 30 franchise where we bring young entrepreneurs, and then they all come together for our under 30 summit where we have 7,000 young entrepreneurs who are bonded by the Forbes brand, but they all come together to make a change for the world. We have a women's summit coming up next week where women entrepreneurs come together. So it really is a magazine, creates websites, events. We have a Snapchat geo filter coming out tomorrow where you can put yourself on the cover of Forbes.
What makes a 100th anniversary cover? Can't wait.
Look forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.